Good morning, honorable judges, fellow participants, and dearest audience. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word globalization? A huge word, isn't it? With a huge impact that people take for granted every day. Globalization comes from the word globalize, which means operate all around the world. Globalization is the process of the international integration arising from the interchange of worldviews, products, ideas, and other aspects of culture. Just in case you haven't noticed, we are now living in a world with almost no boundaries, or well known as global village, meaning we are connected to people from all around the world. I'm sure all of you here have heard that Mr. Barack Obama has been re-elected by the people of America. Or maybe most of you here got the K-pop fever. Or for another example, an information posted in someone's Twitter in Singapore can be read by someone living in Paris or even in our country, Indonesia. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the result of what we call globalization. This is something that we should be excited about, as well as something that we need to be aware of. In my humble opinion as a student, globalization product called the internet really helps me through my learning process. I can only imagine how much amount of information I can find on the internet compared to those my parents' generation could get access to. But in another case, such as plagiarism done by some artists, globalization can really be a source of trouble. Let me give you an example of this. When you have internet access, you can easily upload your song to, for example, a website called YouTube. Millions of people will have an access to what you put in there, and some of them might have bad intention to use your idea without giving you the credit. But with almost no boundaries exist in the internet, one will find difficulty claiming that his idea has been stolen by someone else. There are both good and bad sides of globalization. It is really up to us to be wise enough to take as much benefits as possible from this process. I would like to suggest some simple things we all can applicate on how to face globalization. I call it the 3 I's to survive globalization, which are the intelligence, intention, immunize, and improve. The first I is intelligence. With all these information you can access with your internet connection, you will have to be smart and careful before you digest various things you will see from all over the world. You will need to be able to filter all those information. Remember, what looks good or what works on some people may not look good or work on you. Second I is intention to learn other cultures appropriately. Because, as we all know, globalization comes with the cost of global competition. In some work fields, we may have to compete with a lot of people from all across the globe. So, it is important for us to learn other cultures so that we will be able to position ourselves in a universal environment. The third and the last I is to immunize yourself from the disadvantages, yet improve yourself with the advantages of this globalization era. It means that you should be open-minded, but you should also remember to stay true to yourself and try to keep your best original characters. Globalization can be a tool to success to those who want to adjust, but can be a weapon to those who want to earn much by just sitting around. As Paul Virilio once said, the speed of light does not merely transform the world, it becomes the world. Globalization is the speed of light. I, Allya, Mahardika from 8th Junior High School, Yogyakarta. I think that's all my speech. And the last thing I want to say is globalization is not something that can be avoided. It is something to be embraced, to make a change for a better world. Thank you for the attention.
Well, of course, for education, yes. And then I would like to know from your point of view as students, how should those traders, especially in your place in Jakarta, to face this globalization era?
In my origin, Yogyakarta, with this globalization product called the internet, they can really use it to promote their stuff that they sell. They can promote it online, so the world can see what they sell, and it can make their selling better. Like